Today Alison is going to suffer an aviation museum with me. That's bad because I'm a bit of an anorak. But Malta Aviation Museum is lovely. So we've pulled in the parks and now we're going to start having a look around. I came here once before and was like,
I've already seen there's a little cafe, so if I get completely bored I can meet you there.
I told you there's a little cafe.
Yep.
Look at the size of that big hangar. Lovely. Little Nissan hut. Telephone box, flags, memorial, and another hangar. So she's gone to loo. I'll wander down to reception in just a moment. So that's good. Now I've not noticed this anywhere yet, which is ridiculous for Malta. But here we go. They have got solar panels. So they're using the sun, which is over there and very, very strong. 10 o'clock. It's already 24 degrees in mid-November. So that is really good to see. A bit of sustainability there. So there's a bit of parking on site. That's where we're parked. Open daily 9 till 5. Last entry at 4. Summer only. 9 till 1 on a Sunday. Last entry at 12 next. So here's the reception. Oh, they pretty much cleared this. Oh, there's all the junk behind. There's a big ass bomb there as well. Walk into reception. Here's your ticket. €7 for adults, 6 for OAPs and students, and 2 for children under 10. 2 years. Should have got me an OAP one. So here we go. Look at that. There's straight away you can see a whole aeroplane. Look at that. That's a de Havilland Vampire T11, so that's a training one. Twin boom, and there's a naval aircraft over there. So we'll go and have a look at that after. So, look at that, nicely displayed. There intense. Look, you can get right up close here as well. That's what I really love about this museum. Beautiful. Coming around here, Rolls-Royce Griffon 74. Stand. And this one I really, really like. This is like museums when I was a kid, and they just got loads of pieces of what's effectively junk. But if you're in the know, it's great. Now here, like tarnished medals curled up. Look at that, and that is
Jolly good show.
jolly good show. Spiffing what? An air gunner with a DFM, Distinguished Flying Medal, all tarnished. Look, we've got bits from Warby's logbook. So this was leading aircraftsman N.C. Shirley. So these are all pieces of wreckage recovered from the crash site of Adrian Warburton's F5 Lightning. There's a nice little write-up there. Laminated A4, faded pictures, etc. There's a piece of his boot as well, but this is quite nice. This tells the story quite well. Al says this is a failure because we've got the DFM set here of leading aircraftman Shirley, who was Warby's WAPAG, wireless operator air gunner, and she's like, well, she doesn't know what relevance was. Of course, I could explain it, but for most people, not. So, if we move to Malta, we'll come and volunteer here. So here's a selection of military and civilian cameras. There we go. Up here, nice bit of cross stitch or tapestry. Just random. Bits and bobs. I think that's a camera housing. There's a bit of an engine. It's an Armstrong Siddeley Cheetah X1 11. So Cheetah 11. And another cabinet with more bits and bobs. German aircraft parts. It's a bit dusty. There's a model of a Stuka. German instruments. And there you can see where they would be from this cockpit panel. Yeah, down here, hidden away a little bit down on the floor, but that's some Allied survival equipment. So an emergency dinghy radio box kite, radio transmitter. Look at that little wind-up thing for the power. You've got the dinghy hand paddle, the box kite container, and the knife, water-resistant lights. Look at that. It's pretty cool. That's the hand paddles there. That's brilliant. Bits and bobs, aircraft parts, and then looking here, we've got a Hawker Seahawk naval aircraft. See how the wings fold up so it can go onto a carrier. Nicely done. Unit badge on there. If we wander around and have a little look. Look at the detail of the hinges. And into the exhaust. So there's only 2 aircraft in this particular hangar, but there's loads of other bits and pieces that have already been in here. Good 20 minutes. That's part of a Malcolm winch Type G Mark III used for target towing. It's used in the Firefly TT. So here is an ejector seat as well. Don't pull the handle. On the wall, a framed photograph of Carlo Cova, flight engineer, shot down and declared missing while on a night bombing trip over Valletta, 6th of August 1941. Here we've got some wooden aircraft identification models. So there, of course, we've got the cranked gull wing of the Vought Corsair. Up here, you've got a Douglas A-26, a Douglas Invader. There's a bunch of Japanese ones. Now that I thought was going to be a Focke-Wulf 190, but it's of course a Hawker Tempest Mark II. Fairy Firefly over here. Another Japanese one, a Zero. I don't think there's much point in having them over here. And there's a Japanese bomber. This one belonged to Laddie Lucas, of all people. So Laddie Lucas, so there's a DSO and bar, DFC, 3945 star, Atlantic Star with the rosette, so that would signify Aircrew Europe, I believe. Then you've got the Africa Star, and oh, that's quite a Guerre avec Palm. He was Command Officer 249 Squadron at Qali in summer of 1942. So Peter Nash's CO, I guess. Nice look. Here we go. Officer's mess dress. They're very smart. He is, of course, a medic. The Havilland Gypsy Queen. And a Mercury, Bristol Mercury radial engine, a bloody great hole in it showing all the gearing. Our engine down here, I don't know what that is, can't see any sign. It's a firefighter's silver suit from Lucca Airport. There we go. So, turn you into a bloody jacket potato. Through here, Alison, I haven't looked yet. Have you? This is rather splendid. You want the cheap? Look at that, look at all this stuff. Ah, this is a junk shop. This is where Siggy wants to be. There's nose cones, there's bicycle wheels, there's bits of bombs, there's a Jeep and a truck and a aircraft fuselage and a motorbike and all that. See, that's brilliant. That should be on display. I love all that. That's like being around at Siggy's. So that's cracking through there. I love it. Elle wants a Jeep, so I'll let her buy me one. I can drive around in. behind me is what I want. I would love to have one of these, or at least have a go in one. That's a link trainer to train you on instrument flying. Look, so this is a whole link trainer set up here. Look at it, look at it. So all your pilots will be playing around in these, all your RAF guys doing their instrument training. Closed hood, so it's in the dark, but instrument flying. Got pictures of friends on these. Americans use these too. Look, you got that's like a flight simulator. It's like one of those things that goes up and down and round and bum ba-dum ba-dum. Fantastic, isn't it? You know, and this is 1940s technology. All the other bits and bobs there. It's just absolutely fantastic. I just want one. Bit of a difference between these two pilots' clothes, isn't there? And a ceremonial sword of Lieutenant Michael Leonard Hayes, Royal Navy. And an aerial view of Malta Gozo from 60,000 feet. And this is authorised persons only, so I'm not allowed in there. I want to wander through there and look at all the junk. Look, there's prop blades even. Probably a good idea to put a fire extinguisher next to a bomb. Anyway, this is the workshops. Ribs and spars, and look at all that. Loads of lovely stuff in here.